Jab, 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 jab.
Flower.
Jab, 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 jab.
Santa.
Jab, 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 jab.
Must.
Jab, 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 jab.
Not.
Jab, 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 jab.
Be trifled with. You fool.
Jab, 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 jab.
Isn't.
Jab, 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 jab.
He.
Jab, 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 jab.
The most.
Jab, 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 jab.
Gorgeous.
Jab, 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 jab.
Santa.
Jab, 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 jab.
Across the.
Jab, 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 jab.
Santaverse.
Flower Santa cares only for beauty. In this barren wasteland of a world, there are no flowers, and therefore no beauty. Who or what is responsible for this lack of beauty in this world? The Santaverse contacts him about a place that is beaming with life. He must go and investigate. He awakens in an absolutely stunning garden. This truly cannot be a real place. Perhaps this is the real world and he was simply in a dream before. No, this has to be a dream, he reminds himself. But how could a place so beautiful not be the truth? His mind begins to race. Just how did he get here? He focuses to try and remember. He recalls entering a burning arena. Was this the horrific demon that burned all the flowers in the world? This shall not stand. Flower Santa shall take his revenge. Using his trusty bouquet, he inflicts him with scarlet rot. Sensing imminent danger, Mo then uses his trump card. He tries to burn Flower Santa like he's burned everything around him. But as Mo tries to burn us, we burn him by reapplying scarlet rot. Moog and Flower Santa exchange blows. Using his roses, he puts Moog onto his knees a second time. The damage from the bouquet with usual hits is, well, pretty terrible. The built-in bleed, accompanied with scarlet rot, actually makes it a relatively useful weapon against Moog. Flower Santa just has to buy his time, and as Moog tried to detonate Flower Santa, he actually destroyed himself. Throughout this entire run, there is one rule that reigns above all others.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
And bleed is 100% a necessity for this entire run. The dancing lion's not too bad for his first phase, as usual. The short range of the roses really comes into play here as well, because I just can't apparently hit him. But with a stagger and a scarlet rot, we have really done some damage against him now, with some bad range again. The basic hits against dancing lion are always just going to be terrible, so every time we can get a bleed or a stagger, we try to capitalise. Our scarlet rot just so happened to run out right towards the end, and when he was going in this complete sicko mode, switching elements over and over and over again. The frost is particularly annoying. Actually, I take that back. I hate the lightning the most, especially with a short-range weapon, but we charge in and just smack him in the head to finish him off. The dancing lion is not one for beauty, but the next combatant is Rolana. Flower Santa is in awe of her graceful movements and beautiful arena. The battle with Rolana is less of a fight and more of a dance. Bleed is yet again the only friend we will have in this battle. With some amazing precision, we get bleed hits off, random hits off, while just casually dodging her attacks. Apart from that one. The pressure is applied to her so much, we even get a very rare stagger with the flowers. And just before second phase, because the second phase for this is absolutely terrifying with Flower Santa. We apply rock grease and try the pokey poke. After a couple of pokey pokes, scarlet rot is also inflicted upon Rolana. We gracefully retreat while she does her multi-beam attack. Flower Santa is clearly enjoying this dance. He moves in and out of her strikes, just casually getting in hits wherever he can, but it just looks divine. Maybe Flower Santa has found someone who appreciates beauty. Flower Santa then sees her do a double moon attack, and he's so in awe of how beautiful it is, it actually catches him and he nearly dies. With scarlet rot applied, she is so close to death, just one more bleed proc will do it. The problem is she's going complete sicko mode at the moment. With a resolve fit for the gods, he trades a final hit with her and takes Rolana down with a bleed proc. Rolana, you truly were beautiful. Flower Santa's armour actually makes him more susceptible to fire. So here's a great idea. Let's go fight Mesmer, who uses quite a lot of fire. We try the yin-yang technique of using frost against his fire. And Mesmer always opens with his rise up into the air slam and explosion attack, so we capitalise on that and do very, very little damage, oh god. When the bleed procs, we actually get an idea of how much damage we're doing, so maybe the frost was pointless and we should just stick with the bleed. The Bouquet short range comes into play once again here, because after we do a very perfect dodge, we very perfectly miss twice. Flower Santa sees every fight as a dance, so he just casually sidesteps to him and finally inflicts frostbite and then gets smacked for it. Then after a tactical retreat, we allow him to hit us a little bit just so we can get some healing in the background and make him do his rise up in the air attack again. And with just a couple more smacks from the roses, we take him into second phase. Flower Santa applies Scarlet Rot at the start of this phase to try and get some extra damage in. The Bouquet's skill is called Blood Tax, and when you jab with it, it actually gives you some health back, which is usually helpful until you get smacked in the face and lose all that you just got back. Seeing as our regular attacks are doing so much damage, Flower Santa is just filled with confidence at the moment. Your fire, Mesmer, will not outshine my beauty. With a brave jump shot, we're just one proc away from him dying now. Mesmer is desperately trying to quell the beauty that is Flower Santa with his snakes. Some perfect dodges, however, put me right in the limelight to get a couple more attacks against him, and a couple more misses, because I love the range on this goddamn Bouquet. But with one more dodge attack, that is Mesmer taken care of. Santa had been led to believe that it was Mesmer that poisoned and destroyed all of the gardens in this world. The voice has now told him that it wasn't Mesmer that done it was actually a chap called Radahn. Flower Santa ascends the stairs of divinity. This just has to be it. Santa tells himself that once this fight is over, surely that will be the flowers saved. He offers Radahn some flowers, but he immediately tries to step on him. This barren wasteland of an arena, this must be the source. Now this was a very, very, very long fight. Anytime bleed procs here is just a win. Flower Santa is so mad at Radahn, he hits him so many times it even puts him onto his knees. You will respect the flowers. With a couple more hits and one more bleed proc, we push him into second phase. This is where the fun begins. Squaring up to him as Flower Santa so confidently does, always baits his light of Mikola attack. Flower Santa beautifully moves out of the danger circle and then applies a blood grease. The fight has already been going on for 6 minutes and he's still got half of his health left. But Flower Santa just cannot stand for this offence against beauty. Even in Radahn's second phase, he still tries to step on Flower Santa. This must be the one that destroyed the flowers. Flower Santa is an expert at dodging Radahn's attacks in this phase. One thing he isn't good with though is trying not to look flamboyant. He tries to go for the pokey poke and gets stepped on for it, but you will not stop me that easily, Radahn. Radahn once again tries to use his Light of Mikola attack, and you're very lucky, viewer, because you get to see Flower Santa up close. Just look at that gorgeous thing. Finally, Radahn actually does a beautiful attack, and this little to and fro is actually like a dance, which is exactly where Flower Santa likes to live. While in a desperate panic, Radahn finds himself completely cornered by Flower Santa. He tries desperately to get out of it, but in doing his M-Bison corkscrew attack, we get another bleed onto him. But with that, we trigger his desperation attack. Flower Santa sees it. This must be the attack that destroyed all of the flowers in this place. Flower Santa is so disturbed by this that he takes the shot right in the face. I worded that badly. Radahn must have a concussion because he tries his grab attack from about 100 meters away. He then tries it again from up close this time, but actually gets bled for it. He has one more attempt to ignite Flower Santa, but with a little roll behind him and a final attack, that is Radahn down. Flower Santa is elated. Surely this is it. He's done it, right? Here's a faint voice in the background. You may now go and meet your god. Santa travels to the source of the voice. He attempts to plant himself in this garden. If he has to sacrifice himself in order for the flowers to grow again, he's willing to do it. All that fighting, all of that carnage, all of that lack of beauty, maybe this is finally the end of it. He approaches the flower, but oh no! The flower is evil. He dies at the end.